Hello and welcome back to TrailDog at Kielder Forest. This is North Shore. We're starting out on the Bloody Bush Trail, which adds on another 13 kilometers, and I forgot to put my GPS on there. So that is a good start. I'd just done the first up to the top of the Lonesome Pine Trail. That was the highest point in the Lonesome Pine Trail. And by that point, I was pretty knackered, you know. I've just been up a hill. You can see the height I've climbed there. There's the lake down on the left-hand side there. And I got to the top of the sign, and I was like, well, do I go and do Bloody Bush as well? And there were kind of a few thoughts going through my head, like, I'm knackered, I can't be arsed. Mostly that one, actually. And in the end, I just thought, well, that was a horrible climb back up to the top. Not back up to the top. I haven't been there yet before. That's a horrible climb up to the top. So I don't really want to do that again. If I don't do the Bloody Bush today, I'm going to have to come back and do it a second time. Do that whole climb again. Get back to the top. And yeah. So laziness won. Kind of. It's a weird kind of winning for laziness when you'd go and do the extra 13 kilometers to save having to ride the whole trail again. But yeah, I took the lazy option and did it. So we're back onto the boardwalk, or still on the boardwalk even. It's been the best part of a week since the last Kielder video, so it's still on the boardwalk. Now I don't like the name of this bit of trail. North Shore. Technically, it's North Shore because it's walkway, isn't it? For anyone who's watching who doesn't know what North Shore is, it's wooden trails raised above the ground. Originated on the North Shore in Vancouver, where I don't know why they started it actually. I'd assume it's because it must be boggy or something. The ground's not suitable to ride on, so you build it up into the trees. The other option is it's Canada, and if you build things on the ground you get eaten by bears, which would suck and kind of put a crimp in your riding plans. So whatever the reason is, they started building a bit off the ground and then a bit more off the ground, and then you end up with stupid stuff like they have there now, which is unnecessary. Looks good, looks terrifying, but unnecessary. But that's the point in biking, isn't it? Unnecessary stuff. This is us finally getting back into the woods again, and it's kind of creepy. You can see actually the camera's starting to fog up again. That's not a fantastic thing, but it's climbing at the moment, but it's not a bad gradient. It's relatively flat, slightly uphill, as you can see by my speed, which makes a change. I'm actually going at a speed rather than slow or backwards or off the side, which is fairly common. Yeah, okay, so things to talk about. And I shouldn't really say things to talk about because that kind of shows how much I haven't planned this ahead. I was up at Glencoe Mountain Resort, I think they call it, which is a slightly grandiose name for what it is. It's 2 buildings. It's not. They do have camping on site. In fact, they have some quite nice camping on site. And they actually have pitches for tents, and they have, I think it's about 8 or 9 of those Hobbit hut things, kind of wooden tubes with bunks in them. Which doesn't sound like much, but there's showers and toilets and everything just around the corner from it, which it's actually pretty cheap. I can't remember what the prices were. I was really interested in them because it would be it's about 45 minutes from Nevis Range, so if I ever go up there and do a bit more filming, I want to go up and do Lagan as well. It might be worth doing one of the southern ones. I think Fire Tower, which is Lochgilphead, something like that. It's a weird name, but it makes sense to go and do something like that, then head up north to Fort William. But those things cost £50 per person, and they sleep 4. So if you got a couple of friends, that's £12.50 each. That is pretty good for a night's sleep. And they got their cafe on site and everything. It's a good. I think it's probably the cheapest you're going to find a bed anywhere in the Highlands, really. So it's one I'm keeping in my mind for the future. Anyway, enough advertising for Glencoe Mountain Resort. I went up there with Martin. This is Scotland Martin, one of the guys I work with. Not Martin who went to France with me. I know too many Martins, that's my problem. And we went up to Glencoe for the day. Went up to Glencoe for the day. My tongue, it doesn't work. I've had a day's work. I've been up since 5. I'm tired. It's not my fault, okay? Ignore my mouth. It makes strange noises sometimes. So we went up to Glencoe for the day. And it's an early start, 3 AM, which is not fantastic when you don't finish work until 11 the night before. Not much sleep, and got up to Glencoe. Not too bad. We missed opening. It opens at 9 o'clock, I think, so we missed it by a little bit. But we got there fine enough. I think it was 9:30, and the chairlift wasn't even on. We were the first bikers there. I think throughout the day there were about 5 other people, other than us, riding on the hill, and I think they did just 1 or 2 runs each. There's one guy I videoed and actually chatted to for a while who did a few runs of the black. Oh my god, the black. I will actually go over this. I filmed them, both of them, the red and the black there. They're both downhill. I filmed them, I've got opinions on them, and they will be coming out. What am I saying they will be coming out? They're already out. If you're watching this and you're listening about Glencoe, go and watch the bloody videos. I think they're like the last few I uploaded. But it boils down to they're terrifying. The red not so bad, black terrifying. So went there, filmed it. I only wanted to do, well, this is, let's call this a post-mortem of Glencoe. I wanted to go and do the red and the black. Did the black, hated it. Went to do it a second time. Didn't want to do it a second time, but did it because my GPS messed up. I forgot to bring the GPS mount for the bike, so I had to put the GPS in my pocket, and as I started riding, about 3 minutes in, the GPS switched off because I must have hit it or something, which is a pain in the ass. So I had to do it again, which isn't good when you don't really like what you're doing. I mean, I like the riding, but that was kind of over my skill level. So I did it again, and I actually cleared more of it the second time than I did the first time, which is good. And I did a few more runs. I think I did quite a few of the red. But I'm gutted that I didn't do more of the black. I didn't like it while I was there, and I still don't like it, actually, come to think of it. But I wish I'd had a few more tries at it just to get it dialed, just so I could actually get the hang of it and be able to say I cleared it. I cleared every last bit of it. I think in the end there were about 3 sections which I either didn't make or walked or pushed. I think one of them was mostly because I stopped at the wrong time, and it was such a technical section. It's either get on and then fall straight off again because you're not ready, or walk it. So I walked it. But I really do wish I'd gone back and tried a few more times just to get it, even if I did it slowly and pathetically. I just wanted to be able to say I rode it, I did it, I completed it. I'm not awesome, but woo, I did it. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Anyway, let's get back to the Kielder thing. What's on the screen? I've not been talking about it at all. I can't remember what I was talking about at the time. Audio's gone, lost forever. This is the last of the North Shore sections. I'm making weird gestures with my hands as I'm talking. I don't know why I'm not on camera. Also cold. And yeah, this is the last of them. So Bloody Bush Trail has about 7 sections, I think, and it will bring us in at Cap and Hassock. About midway, about a third of the way through the Red Trail. So all those nasty climbs up to the top have to be done again. Luckily, the climbs here aren't actually that bad. The climbs are pretty easy, actually. It's a lot of descent and then a lot of climb back up to the red, then you got the climbing on that. So Bloody Bush isn't bad for climbing. Anyway, well, we'll see in the next video. Bucks Lakes, thank you for watching. Please add a like, add a favourite, subscribe, whatever. Cheers for watching.